It seems that not a lot of people understand how speed works. Today, I am going to explain how it works in simple terms so that you guys can understand and build your team speed properly. Because having a good speed management in your whole team is way better than having high speed in one character. So speed. Speed in this game is actually not taken at face value by the game. Speed is converted into something called the action value. If you haven't turned this option yet, I recommend you guys to turn it on to make you better understand how the action value are calculated into the game. So what is action value? Action value is a value that you get by dividing 10,000 with your speed. So let's see an example here. My Natasha has 120 speed, that means she will have 83.3 action value. While my Danheng has 110 speed, that means he will get 91 action value. So why is my Danheng is set to have only at action value here? Well, that number actually comes from Danheng's action value minus Natasha's action value. So 91 minus 83 is 8. That's how the action value got calculated into the game. Now that you understand how action value are calculated, now we're going to take a look at how your character's speeds are pitted against the enemy. Let's use our Natasha as an example here. Our Natasha has 120 speed and the enemy has 100 speed. That means our Natasha has 83 action value while the enemy has 100 action value. Now the action value is going to get added with itself every turn. In this example, as you can see, our Natasha moved once every time the enemy attacks for 4 turns. But at turn 6, you see that our Natasha's action value is actually less than the enemy's turn 5 action value. This means that our Natasha will attack twice before the enemy moves. Now, this will happen again after 5 turns have passed again, with 120 speed and 100 speed enemies. That's how speed works in regular combat. It basically allows you to take action twice before the enemy every couple of turns. Having more speed means that this will occur more frequently. But speed actually has another different use in the Forgotten Hall game mode. Speed is correlated on how much can you move in a given cycle. So what is cycle? To put it simply, cycle is the timer that counts your action value. For example, let's say we want to clear a battle in the Forgotten Hall with an 8 cycle. One cycle is 100 action value, except for the first one. The first cycle is actually 150 action value. Now this means an 8 cycle in the Forgotten Hall is equal to 850 action value. Well, what does this mean? Again, let's use our Natasha as an example here. Our Natasha has 120 speed, so that means she will have 83 action value. So can you guess how much turn will she able to do in 8 cycle? The answer is 10, because each turn she will consume 83 action value out of the cycle. This means that she will be able to move 10 times because 83 times 10 is 830 action value. After that, the cycle timer runs out. Now, let's take a look at a real game example. We will use my Fire MC and Natasha in this example. Our MC has 95 speed and our Natasha has 120 speed. If the calculation is correct, our MC should move 4 times while my Natasha can move 5 times in 4 cycles. As you can see, 4 cycle has elapsed and our Natasha was able to move twice in the second title and she does 5 total action while our Fire MC does 4 total action. The bigger the cycle gets, the more extra action our Natasha has. This is why speed is so important in the Forgotten Hall. Now that you already know how speed works, it is important to know how to build a team efficiently around your DPS speed. The easiest way to do this is to use the Pride Team Builder tool. In here, you can see how much turn will a character get in a given cycle. This way, you will know how much skill points your team needs, and how much speed your support needs in order to fulfill your DPS skill point requirements. And that is pretty much it. Hope this video helps you better understand speed and how it works at a deeper level. And as usual guys, stay broke and keep playing gacha games.